Vendors are upset beyond belief, man. Cycle Drag has been covering this stuff with Sturgis and how empty it's been. It's funny how you have people in the comments say, "Oh man, I was there and it was pet." Nah, 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 nah. You're just freaking upset that you made a stupid decision and made your trip out there with $5,000, $10,000 that you blew and nothing was going on. Anyway, I talk more about that over on Biker Unfiltered or Biker Nation Unfiltered, man. New channel. Go over there, check it out. That's where I just give commentary on everything, man. Not biker news, but you know what's up. But Cycle Drag has been doing a fantastic job at covering this. So let's go over and take a look here because he's interviewing one of the actual freaking vendors that been there. Let's take a look.
3-year effect, or was there some? Tell me about it.
Progressively getting slower. Economy's bad. They keep changing the dates, pushing it back, moving it forward. It's a number of things, and also the police are not making anything any better.
You think all these stops?
I think all these unnecessary stops just to get their finger or their foot in the door, you know, is kind of way too overboard. You know, these people just want to come here, party, spend their money. The city of Sturgis loves taking our money and the taxes, but they don't want the people to come here and have fun.
Well, what's your name?
Giovanni.
Where are you from, Giovanni?
Orlando, Florida.
Awesome, very cool. Okay, so you're down in Daytona country like me. How many years you been coming to Sturgis?
Since 2016.
Wow, and you've seen a steady decline since then?
Up and down.
Up and down?
Yeah.
How long has this current decline been going on?
About 6 years.
6 years. And then we had a little pop for the anniversary year, and man. So one last question for you as you pack up. You guys are charged a lot of money rent to be here. So how do we work this out so that vendors can charge less for food, so that you can charge less for shirts? Is there a fix?
We need more people to come to the shows, spend their money. We need younger generations instead of just 1 or 2 generations.
Gotcha. So we're seeing a generational shift as well. Thank you guys so much.
Man, that lays it out right there from one of the vendors that have actually been there since 2016, he said. It's very interesting because the next thing that we're going to discuss is just how much these cops are really killing this freaking rally, man. And like he said, and I always say that stuff, these towns just want your money, man. They don't like you. They don't want you around. But they'll squeeze everything out of you. And we've been hearing that Sturgis is pretty bad with these cops. Now, again, you'll have these cheerleaders that go out there and spend their $5,000, $10,000 a year saying, "Oh man, it's the best thing out there." It's BS, man. That rally used to be old school fun, and it's no longer even recognizable in that aspect. Hell, you can't even have women walking around with paint on the boobies without them getting a ticket. And I talk again about that over at Biker Nation Unfiltered about how, you feminists might want to get over there and, raise some hell. Let's go to this one right now. Sturgis Rally enters final weekend with fights on the rise, law enforcement says. Here we go, baby.
Well, law enforcement says this year's Sturgis Rally has gone pretty smoothly, but they're still busy as we head into the final weekend. One of the biggest issues right now, people getting into fights. Officials say overall calls are down compared to some years, but late night disturbances and bar fights are keeping them on their toes. Extra patrols are out and around downtown, at campgrounds, and along the main highways leading in and out of Sturgis. They say most people are having a good time and following the rules, but alcohol, crowds, and long days on the bike can lead to short tempers and bad decisions.
Calls for service started out slow, but we're starting to see fights and disorderly conducts are going to be the big thing, and I think that number is going to continue to grow through tonight and tomorrow.
And as riders start packing up to head home, troopers and officers are shifting their focus to the roads. They're reminding riders to wear helmets, watch for fatigue, and never drink and ride. Law enforcement is asking everyone out on the roads to be patient and alert through the end of the rally.
Yeah. Now their attention goes towards the road. You see, they want to mess with you while you're in Sturgis and give you all these kind of tickets and all that kind of stuff. But then they want to chase you out. And one of the interesting things that was brought up during Cycle Drag's interview with one of the vendors was the generational shift. It is real, man. It is real. Younger kids, they're kids to us older guys, but the younger guys are just not going the freaking Sturgis. They're not going to Daytona. They're not going to Laconia. And that is sad, but let's face it. Sturgis has a certain reputation, meaning Harley Davidsons and a lot of cruiser bikes, where the younger guys and gals, they like rockets, man. They love their rockets. And you have to ask yourself, what does Sturgis have to do to get them interested in going there? It's all up and down, up and down, up and down, like the vendor said. And I also love it. Sturgis, that line about how they love to tax the hell out of us. Because you got to remember, a town like Sturgis is nothing after this rally. They make everything from this rally. So bikers really have the cards to play them. And one of the things has to be, get rid of all these damn cops. You're going to need them, yeah. But you don't need them giving you a $400 ticket for parking on a yellow line like I discussed on the other channel. You don't need them harassing you for everything and anything they feel is not right or they don't believe in. You are driving people away. And with the advent of social media and people like Cycle Drag covering this stuff, the word gets out there really quick. And people see that and they base their decision on whether they're going to go or not on the coverage that they're seeing. I also seen that, a couple creators were talking about there's more RVs than there are motorcycles. Well, I can't bitch about that because, I ain't laying on the ground anymore at my age. But anyway, it just shows you the type of demographic and how it shifted from hardcore working men to more of a professional rub type of individual. And I do know that a lot of people are starting to go outside of Sturgis. See, this happened with Daytona. They're starting to go to the smaller towns because there's less cops, less headaches, and it gives them a feeling of actually being a lot truer to the purpose of why they're there. I don't take any happiness with Sturgis going downhill, man. It's basically on life support. I wonder how big it would really be in, say, 10 years. Because the Vietnam generation is aging out right now. They're what, late 70s, 80s, 90s? I don't know. Then you got my generation, Generation X. We're getting up there. And there is no replacement from the Millennials or Generation Z that want to go to a place like Sturgis. just not into it. So you're going to see a lot of people talking about why Sturgis was so down this year. All the excuses you're going to see from the pro Sturgis people. All you have to do is listen to this one vendor, man, and it sums everything up. People ain't showing up. The cops suck. People ain't spending money. And the generational shift is something that is true. Anyway, let me know what you guys think over to Biker Nation Unfiltered, man. I talk about that over there, as well as some past club experiences. Everything, is going on over on that channel. I got the 3 videos up. I'm going to be putting out a lot more over there, man. At least I'm going for twice a week, so go over there, subscribe, links in the description box, all that good stuff. Don't forget to get your ride list, man. Insane Throttle music. You'll love it. Rock on, baby.
Insane Throttle, your official Google News source for everything biker. Thanks for riding with us. Smash that subscribe button. Check out InsaneThrottleNews.com for the latest updates and join the insanity today.
Insane Throttle Outlaw Rock, featuring Insane Throttle and Defiant Afterlife. Get your playlist full of pure rock and metal. Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe and crank it up.
Now I'm back in the